Okay, The Secret Life of Bees. I guess a good place to start with this would be why I actually read this book in the first place. In school, I was doing a feminist unit in which we had to pick between one of 5 coming-of-age stories for teenage girls to read. So right there, that's basically pick your poison. So as you can imagine, I didn't really know anything about any of these books. So I chose the one that I knew the most about. I was told that Harper Lee knew Sue Monk Kidd, and I would have hoped that Harper Lee's greatness could have rubbed off on Sue Monk Kidd, but no, not so much. Oh, throughout this review, I'm not going to keep saying The Secret Life of Bees, so let me just think of an acronym real quick. The Secret Life of Bees, SLOB. I'm not sure why, but for some reason it fits. So we start out and we meet the narrator of the book, a teenage girl named Lily Owens. She lives on a peach farm with her dad, T-Ray, and she doesn't know where her mother is, and she assumes that T-Ray mistreated her and that she ran off. You know, every once in a while, Lily will have dreams where bees come into her room, fill her room, and cover her. You know, nothing out of the ordinary at all. Anyway, in the author's mind, Lily is the protagonist and T-Ray is the antagonist. But I didn't see it that way, because almost every single problem in the book is based upon something that Lily did or said. And all T-Ray is trying to do is just live his life. And Lily takes every chance she can to fuck it up. Lily complains about the smallest things. And everything she complains about is just stuff that T-Ray's trying to do to protect her. I mean, she complains because he makes her work at the peach stand, because, you know, they don't need money or anything. She complains because T-Ray won't let her fuck strange boys in the peach fields. And she complains because T-Ray won't tell her the truth about her mother, which I will get to later, but it's for a good reason. Now, T-Ray isn't really a great guy, per se, but he puts up with a lot of shit, so I have to give him credit for that. One major knock that people who like this book have against T-Ray is that he abuses his daughter, but a lot of people beat their children back then. And T-Ray, he doesn't even do that. He every once in a while, Lily will be doing that's totally deserving of getting her ass beat, and he'll just be like, "You better kneel on them grits," which was, "You'd better kneel on them grits." Which I can't really see as being painful. I mean, I guess if they were hot and had just been cooked, but it doesn't really say that. It just says grits. So, again, bad writing. I don't know what it is. Make of it what you will. There is one thing I have to address about T-Ray, though, but I'm not even sure it's a knock on his part, because it's one of the many examples, specific examples, of bad writing. At one part of the book, Lily is describing, for some reason, a red stain on her underwear. So, we can assume that since it's a red stain on her underwear, it's blood. And from that, we can infer that it's the effect of one of two things. 1, T-Ray raped her, or 2, she had her period. Now, half the people I know that have read the book think that T-Ray raped her. And the other half of the people that I know that have read the book think that she had her period. So, I don't know which it is. It's never brought up after that point, and has no bearing on anything else in the whole book. From what I read, it sounded like it was her period, but I thought that it had to be that T-Ray raped her, because otherwise there's no reason for you not to like T-Ray. So, long boring section of a story short. She runs away with her gardener, Rosaline. Now, this is when I started thinking that Lily is probably the most selfish person on earth, because she runs away on a whim, leaving T-Ray to support his farm all by himself without any help, and he has to stop what he's doing to go chase his crazy, immature daughter across the country. So Lily and Rosaline make their way up the country, robbing and lying to everyone they meet.
And, those are just great, admirable character traits, so, you really get to love these people. Lily also has no concept of sacrificing for what you believe in. I mean, there's this part where Rosaline gets beat up by these white men because she tells them she stole a fan from a church, and she refuses to apologize for it, and then she pours spit on their shoes. Now, granted, that's a pretty dumb thing to do, but I guess it shows that she stands up for what she believes in. Thievery. Anyway, Lily can just not wrap her head around why Rosaline would have done this, because Lily's a dumbass and has no concept of pride. Interestingly enough, though, Rosaline's supposed to be this big church-going woman, and she doesn't even know that pride's a sin. But who cares? Obviously not anyone who read and liked this book.
Oh yeah, before Lily and Rosaline start going up the country, um, Lily has to break Rosaline out of the hospital because Rosaline has been arrested and is in the hospital. Anyway, so she does that. And get this. Rosaline friggin' scolds her for it. I mean, are you kidding me? Are you friggin' kidding me? She scolds her for helping her escape from prison. Why? Now hold up, don't type your comments so fast, it's okay. I know why it's supposed to make sense, but it doesn't. Now you might be saying, well, that's admirable, look, Lily went and she rescued Rosaline, that's good. But actually, Rosaline figures out, all on her own, that Lily didn't really do it for Rosaline. She did it so she'd have company and she wouldn't feel so guilty about running away. However, Rosaline has no right to get angry at Lily for this, because Lily just saved her ass from jail. That'd be like if your scarf got caught in the rear axle of your car, and I cut your scarf in half to save your head from being ripped off, and you scolded me because I cut your scarf in half and ruined your scarf. And this is what I'm leading up to, one of the most frustrating parts of this whole book. Because each character is a terrible person. Each character knows the other is a terrible person. And what I'm asking myself here is, why do I care about either of these characters? They're both terrible people. They admit that they're terrible people. The other character, in the context of the book, knows that the other is a horrible person. So there's no doubt that these people are horrible people. Why do I care what happens to them? Now, if I keep going through the book like I am, my complaints are going to start to become superfluous, because the problem of bad characters remains constant throughout the book. So let me just go through a few key things I want to mention, and then I'll get to the ending.